if I didn't have this YouTube channel, I 100% would not be playing Lumber Tycoon 2 anymore. So I was reading my comments earlier, and I noticed a comment from LudoDTextD55559 who said, "I miss Lumber Tycoon 2 content with a sad face, and that made me sad." And then there's a reply from Greg who said, "Same." So I replied saying, "We'll make a Lumber Tycoon 2 video, so here it is." So today's video is going to be rather short, but I do have some important stuff to talk about, mostly relating to the game, and I'm just going to put it bluntly, I don't know if I'm going to continue making content in Lumber Tycoon 2. I mean, I'm not saying I'm stopping making content in this game, or I'm going to stop making content in this game, or that I'm going to keep making content in this game. It's sort of undecided. The reason being is because, I mean, just looking at the state of the game, there's not really much content left to get from it. And playing the game isn't as enjoyable as it was back a few years ago, at least. I mean, you see me making all these nostalgic shorts of all this old lumber footage I have, because I've made over like maybe 400 videos. That's just an estimate off the top of my head. I've made over 400 videos in this game, so there's a lot of footage just to draw from those like nostalgic moments, and that goes all the way back to I think 2017, which is absolutely crazy to think about. That was 6 years ago. And I mean, aside from like the lack of content in the game, I know I've been saying that for years, how there's hardly any updates, it doesn't let me be creative in the game, and that I've sort of done everything there is to do in the game, and that's all true. I've pretty much built everything that I can think of, everything practical, like as a tutorial. That's like my big break into the Lumber Tycoon 2 niche, was making tutorials for building stuff, and that's sort of, well, I mean, like, I sort of ran out of things to build. I mean, if you name anything, chances are I built it. Anyways, there's also the problem of exploiters. I mean, like any public server I join, chances are there's an exploiter in it, or there was at least at some point, because there's like trees on top of mountains, and that doesn't really, like, it's not fun when you just join a server and there's just exploiters, and it's not going to be fixed anytime soon, unfortunately. And that transitions to my next point. I mean, I don't really have a script for any of this, but I've done so many takes of this just to like get it right. But this brings us to the point of, like, I mean, it's not the developer's fault, it's not Defaultio's fault that the game is in the current state it is. I mean, he is the only one that can make these changes, but he has, I mean, when you make a game on Roblox, you have no obligation to continue updating it. I mean, because Roblox isn't life for most people. Some people do make a living from it, but others don't, and that's completely fine. So, I don't expect the developer to make, like, all these updates, all these fixes, and you just have to come to terms with that. I mean, people still play Lumber Tycoon 2. It has a great replayability factor into it. I mean, it's just very simple gameplay, very simple mechanics. I mean, there's still thousands of players that play this game, and there's not even been a significant update except for the holidays in years. Like, looking at the changelog, there's not been a single update since last year, last November, not including presents. Those aren't mentioned in the changelog ever. But it's crazy to see people still playing this game, so I like that. But that does bring us back to me. Yeah, so I don't know 100% if I'm going to keep making videos in this game, because there's not really much else to do. I can keep getting goldwood, but how fun is that? I mean, you've seen me get goldwood more than once, more than twice, I don't know how many times. It's fun to get goldwood, but why am I getting the goldwood? Like, I think back, why do I need the goldwood? I don't need it for anything on my base. There's nothing to build. I mean, I could finish my house, but I don't want to. Why? If I finish my house, then what? Like, I see there's all these things to do that I've already done, but like, I don't have a reason to actually do them except making content for this game. Like, if I didn't have this YouTube channel, I 100% would not be playing Lumber Tycoon 2 anymore. The only reason I am playing this game is just to create content, and the fact that I still enjoy it a little bit. But, I mean, playing a game that's been the same for not 6 years, I mean, there's been changes within those 6 years, but, like, I've reached the end of how replayable Lumber Tycoon 2 can be. And I know there's new players to this game that are just getting started with it, and I'm not discouraging you from playing this game. If you're new, there's so much to do, there's so much to discover, but for me, I played this game too long, so maybe the end is nigh. So yeah, We are almost at 5 minutes. I just wanted to share that. It'll be interesting to see what your thoughts are, so feel free to leave a comment if you have any thoughts about this. I know I just drove around on this snowmobile, not even in snow, on grass, for 5 minutes, but I just wanted to get these thoughts out because I sat here for about half an hour trying to figure out what would I do for a Lumber Tycoon 2 video, because I'm not inspired to make videos in this game anymore, unfortunately. There's just, there's nothing to do. If there's new content, I'd definitely be inspired and I'd definitely be excited to make videos, but unfortunately, that's not the case. And nope, we went over 5 minutes. So, thank you for watching, and no, this isn't my farewell to Lumber Tycoon 2. I'm not saying I'm done making videos in this game. I still have videos planned, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I'm not leaving the lumber yet, so yeah, don't say RIP. Okay, goodbye.